Hi there. Thank you so much for joining me today and meditating with me and carving out some dedicated time for yourself to slow down, to go inward and reflect on your life and emotions. I really appreciate you being here and taking this moment with me. So the month of June, we have been each week exploring this theme of enoughness and looking at it from different perspectives with the different experiences that various people have in their lives. We looked at enoughness in the moments, in each breath, in each movement, in the present. We also looked at what enoughness means within ourselves. Where do we feel that we are enough, or what is the feelings when we feel we are not? And we know that it transcends that relationship of our enoughness into the other aspects of our lives, whether it be, close ones like friends and family, maybe colleagues, and then out from there, groups, society, nature, and our place in this beautiful world. Our relationship to enoughness has a correlation with everything that surrounds us. So it's a worthy reflection to take a moment and consider and pause. What is our relationship to enoughness? And what we've learned through the series of exploration and conversation in the past month is that enoughness is very much a personal journey. It's very unique to our own upbringing, our own experiences, cultural, environmental. There are just so many variables that play into our journey of enoughness. And no matter where you are, whether it's from a place of lack or scarcity and that feeling, or abundance and fullness, there's always an ebb and a flow between these two places. But regardless of where you may be, there's always purpose. There are always lessons in that stage of enoughness, wherever you might be. So it is a balancing practice, and that's why for this meditation, for the next 20 minutes or so, the theme is balancing enough. But before we get into that, I'd like you to take a moment here, if you didn't have a chance to join us over the course of the past few weeks, exploring the theme of enoughness, I'd love for you to just maybe pause this video and get a journal or a piece of pen or a piece of paper and a pen and just write down what enoughness means to you. And you can take it anywhere. Just what is the first thought that comes to mind on your own relationship to enoughness? And when you're ready, we are going to meditate together for about 20 minutes or so. This meditation is very much in the body. Our bodies are very high conscious energies or highly conscious being. And it always knows truth, and it is a helpful ally in bringing us into the very present moment. And here we will experience the feeling of balance, with this theme of balancing enough, with the intention that we bring balance into the relationship of our own enoughness and the world outside of ourselves. So I invite you to take a moment here to find a comfortable posture. Just be in a pose that allows you to be at rest, yet aware of where you are. You might want to be seated just like me. I'm on a cushion, hips are slightly raised, it's comfortable for me. Or if you want to deepen into it and get really cozy, you can lay down. But wherever you are, let this be your own. Allow yourself to really surrender in whatever space you find yourself in. And if you haven't done so already, as you find your space, you can close your eyes when you're ready. And as you are continuing to arrive at the beginning of your practice, you can move your body a little bit, move any buzzing energy around. In fact, as you come into posture, maybe sway. If you're seated, sway from right to left. If you're laying down, find some kind of gentle rocking. If you'd like, you can create circles and just start to notice here what it's like to be off center. Noticing what it feels like to come back into balance occasionally. And start to breathe here. As you move your body in any gentle way, bring in fresh, new life force into your body. Breathing in through your nose and surrendering with a sigh. And continue to breathe just like that, really clearing and cleansing the breath in the body through your breath. And maybe you find that center point and feel a stillness here. Bringing breath into the body, intending to welcome in new, fresh life force by breathing. Notice where you are, the space that you're in, without any judgments. Start to become the observer here. And there may be thoughts swirling in the mind, dancing in the mind. That's okay. It's perfectly fine. Simply come back into noticing your breath. Hold space, compassionate space for what may be here right now. Honoring your own enoughness. And with your next cycle of breath, place your right hand on the floor and lean over to the right side. If you're laying down, lean over or roll over to the right. And just allow your body to surrender here. Let your head drop and start to notice what it feels like to be in your body. Maybe you notice the physical sensation of touching the ground, all the parts of the body that are touching the ground. Your hand sturdy, the ground holding your weight up, and melt a little bit more if you have the space to, if it feels comfortable. And perhaps you notice the opening on the left side of your body. Just breathe here into these open spaces. Noticing what it feels like to be off center. And then we'll rise up with our next inhale breath, gently rising back to center for just a brief moment. And then with your next exhale breath, lean to the left, placing your left hand on the ground and slowly and gently leaning over your torso, your head. Let your muscles be soft. Allow yourself to melt here. And if you're laying down, you roll over to the other side. And just give in to gravity. Notice your groundedness with your left hand or the parts of your body touching the ground. Aware of this openness on the right hand side of the body. Even imbalanced, there's a sweetness and a sense of comfort here. And an openness when we're slightly off center. As you breathe, inviting in new breath into these open, spacious spaces in the body. And with your next inhale breath, we'll slowly and gently rise back up into our center. Stay here for a moment. As you breathe, maybe you notice a lengthening in your spine, a lengthening in your breath. Notice what it's like to be in your center, in balance. A place only known when you've been off balance. Stay here for a few more breaths. And with your next inhale, we'll place our hands behind us and allow our chest to open. And if you are laying down, you can place your elbows underneath you and prop up your back so slightly, just to give an opening in the chest space. Maybe gently tilting your head back if that feels comfortable. And breathe here. Breathe into the openness of the front of your throat. Breathe into the space in the chest. And maybe you notice an openness even down in the belly. Breathe into these new and open spaces. And just notice how it feels to be in your body. Again, slightly off center. The new wisdom, the new sensations that you experience. Stay as the observer with a compassionate heart for what may arise. And we'll come back with our next breath to center, or if you're laying down flat onto the ground. And then with your next exhale breath, we'll lean forward. Let your body lean and drop. Maybe place your hands on the ground. And if you're laying down, maybe flip over onto your belly, face down. And just lean forward. Let your body flop gently as far as is comfortable for you. Dropping in the head, the shoulders. Breathe in this new shape. Relaxing your muscles. Surrendering right here. Feeling the openness as you breathe in your back, in your neck. Breathe into these open spaces. Breathe into the awareness. Perhaps even finding comfort in the imbalance. And your next in-breath will help you rise back gently to your centered place. Spine vertical, stacked up. And be here with your breath, noticing what it feels like to be in a balanced space. Not too far forward, not too far back, centered in your midpoint. And just breathe here, noticing, observing what it feels like to be in the body. With new wisdom, having journeyed to these imbalanced states, appreciating this place of centering. And with your next breath, we're going to lean our head to the right, just our head. If you're laying down, perhaps you look to the right. And allow your head to surrender and to let go, to melt. And simply breathe here. Staying open and aware of the sensation of the physical feeling in the neck, the ear, the shoulder, maybe even right down to your hips. Breathe into these open spaces, staying open to this new experience, letting your body ground you in this present moment. And breathe here in peace. And your next inhale breath helps you raise your head back to center for a moment before you lean over the head with your left ear to your left shoulder, or if you're laying down, turning your head the opposite direction. Find a place to let go here. See where you can soften. Bring breath into your body. Breath into the right side of your neck. The right side of your torso. Right down to the right side of your hip. Notice here what it feels like with this new experience. Slightly off center, yet soothing in its own way. Maybe learning, experiencing something new. And with your inhale breath, we come back into center. Head right on top of your neck, long spine. Breathe into your balanced body. And just notice how you feel in this space. Centered, at peace, relaxed and grounded, honoring your journey and your practice of enoughness. May the balance bring you soothing, graceful experiences. May it remind you that you'll always come back into your center with more wisdom, with more truth. And we'll close our practice together with 3 deep breaths as one. Take an inhale breath in and exhale out. Again, big breath in and let it go. One more time as one. Big breath in and big breath out. Let it go. And take your time as you slowly return back from your inward journey, from your meditation. Move your body in any way that feels comforting, that brings you back. In your body, in this space, take your time, be gentle. Thank you so very much for meditating with me and for everybody else who's meditating on this theme of enoughness. May you find the joy and the beauty of this balancing practice, no matter where you are. And know that you really are enough. Where you are, exactly where you are. So much love to you. I send you lots of blessings, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Much love.